What stands out to you about the past year? What are you most proud of about this past year?
Well, what really stands out to me, as I sit here and think about it, is what wonderful people I was working with. First of all, my wife Barbara, who is the co-chairman of the campaign, and then Mary Jo Thomas, who's the president of the board, and then Tiffany Samuels and her team, who were the executive director, and then the whole board of United Way, and then the team captains. They just did a great job. It really was a wonderful collective effort on everybody's part to be successful in exceeding our goal, and there are even some more dollars to come in.
What do you want to see moving forward in the next year?
Well, I think Doreen Larson is the chair in waiting, and her husband, and I'm sure that they will do a great job bringing folks together, building on this year. You know, that's happening in Marion County. There's a new baseline established every year, and last year's baseline is increased the next year, and that's happening. That's a wonderful trend line for Marion County. You know, Marion County's gone through some hard times, like a lot of other sister areas around, and they're really coming back, and one way that's being reflected in the community contributing collectively to United Way to help those who are less fortunate in our community.
One of the things that you mentioned, and speaking of hard times, you said that money is kind of tight from outside sources.
Well, money is very tight. You know, right now the priorities, particularly the federal government, are such that we're finding cuts in these social areas, particularly in the domestic discretionary side of the budget. Well, that dramatically impacts the source of funding that the United Way agencies rely upon. The JAG, the Justice Assistance Grants, is an excellent example of that. Justice Assistance goes to support organizations that help kids who have been sexually abused. Those funds look like they're going to be cut pretty dramatically. CASA, the court-appointed special advocacy. That's court-appointed advocacy for, again, youngsters who need representation in court because their parents are in trouble or maybe they're in trouble, but for whatever reason, those funds are going to be cut. Funds that go to support food banks and food pantries, that's going to be cut. So these funds that United Way and other agencies that are sympathetic to those in need in our community, they're expected to be cut. So what has to happen? The community has to stand up and replace, backfill those funds. Well, that's happening in Marion County, and I think Marion County can be very proud of that.
Do you expect to stay involved with this organization?
Well, absolutely. I mean, just thinking in there today during the meeting, what a great group of people, and absolutely be going to stay involved and help Doreen any way we can next year, and the board and the new president, Tina Shaw. We look forward to working with them all.